Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Wasmatic. Welcome to my channel and welcome to the Stanley Parable 2, or Ultra Deluxe, or whatever you want to call it. We're on episode 5 and we've accessed the new content, so it's all gone a bit strange as you can see. So let's dive in.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
If you were following, you'll notice that I ended halfway through a playthrough, halfway through a level. The game does save, but it saved me back to the restart of the level, so we're going to play through again. But this time we're going to pick up the reassurance bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Nope. We're not going to do
this. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, no, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left.
Nope.
Go back to the meeting room.
We're going back here. We went to here at the first time we played. This is where we came to.
No,
said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
So we have a couple of options. Last time I got the cargo lift, it went up there and I jumped onto that walkway. That's where the cargo lift takes you, over there. So this time I'm going to go down here. And we've got the collectibles.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Right, gotcha. Okay, so it's suicide. Can I climb back up? Probably not. Oh, there's a vent. That's the way it wants us to go, but it will go through that way next time we play through. So now I'm going to try and jump. Ah!
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Right, this time we'll do the same.
All his co-workers were gone.
We'll pick up the bucket.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed him. Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Right, we'll take the vent this time,
said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the...
Whack.
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can I can monetize it. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This
is this a dig at
golden
EA?
ticket.
Ubisoft?
But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there? Camporata.
Monetizing digital assets. Monetizing digital assets. It's got to be a
All
dig.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
Finders
missed a memo.
committee.
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good.
Said the bucket.
You're
Now
gonna jump
ride the
down
lift
there.
all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
I do like the dig about the digital assets and monetization. That's good commentary on the current state of the video game industry. Sad as it is. Now, we did this one on the first episode, and we ended up walking in a loop for quite some time.
Stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point. Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment. Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know
Right, I'm
about
going to do
what
these
is
right.
or is not a
Actually, no, I'm
bucket.
going to do them wrong.
Okay, let's begin.
Let's get it all wrong.
Item 1. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Okay.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 3. Is this a bucket?
No.
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
Okay.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
What? Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on to the next one. Is this a bucket?
It absolutely is a bucket. Yes.
Correct. This is a bucket. Item 6.
No.
Is this a bucket?
No.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha. Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere. Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket.
I should have said yes.
We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless... Is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
Yes.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart.
No,
I can't have that.
Don't take the bucket off me, son.
I'm going to
sorry.
erase all buckets from the game entirely.
No.
Okay, here we go.
No, don't take my bucket. Oh.
What happened?
Oh, you love my bucket.
Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket.
Told you I was right.
Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all.
I'm not a bucket.
And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Right. Off we go
All
again.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps warmth spread through Stanley's arms.
I'm going to try the same route again and see what happens.
Home. Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket.
We're going to answer everything in the opposite
This should tell us everything
direction
we'll
now.
ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
Wrong.
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 2. Is this a bucket?
Wrong.
Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket,
The
not
next
an
one will
actual
be
bucket.
right.
Item 3. Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a bucket. Item 4. Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot. Okay, next one. Is this a bucket?
It's going to say I'm wrong if I say no, but let's go with no.
Incorrect. This is a bucket. Item 6. Is this a bucket? Trick question. Both. Gotcha. Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere. Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
No.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out.
Oh, it's going to go the same route.
I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence, and yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley,
No.
I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all...
This is exactly the same. I'm going to skip through to a restart.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay, ladies and gents, I think I'll leave it there for episode 5. Starting of the next episode, we're going to go through exactly the same route with the bucket, but we're going to take the cargo lift and we're going to go to the top where it wants us to go. So I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.